Hey, it's Aaron from GameEnthus.com. I'm going to be talking to you today about Guns or Treasure. Not these Guns or Treasure, this Guns or Treasure. Designed by Bryce Brown, being published by Castillo Games. Guns or Treasure is a pretty quick, fast-paced, that's somewhat synonymous, isn't it? Guns or Treasure is a bluffing game for ages 8 and up, plays 2 to 6 players. It also plays in about 15 minutes. Now, I could break out into a shanty and say R a lot and maybe purchase a parrot that my wife would question a lot about my choices. But instead of doing all those things, I'm just going to show you what the game looks like and explain how it plays. So let's do that. At this point, you probably heard me say that Guns or Treasure is meant to be played very quickly. Meant to be something that you play quickly and you play, well, you live in my home, repeatedly, as you embarrass your father over and over again. Not the point. Despite Guns or Treasure being something that you play very quickly, you will get a good idea of who the different characters are that you can be, who all have a different ability. There's an A side and a B side to all of the pirates in the game. If you're looking at the screen right now, you can pause it and you can see what the A and B abilities are for each one of the pirates. Now that I've shown you the pirates that you can be, let me show you how the game plays. So in the game, there are going to be 3 types of cards. You're going to have treasure cards, which have a number, which indicates the number of treasure. Guns, because, you know, guns are treasure. And I suppose the designer could have called the game Guns, Treasure, or Bombs because there are 4 bomb cards as well. I think Guns or Treasure is just fine. So you have treasure, guns. Well, say it in the order of the name of the actual game. You have guns or treasure or bombs. And I showed you the sides with the guns, treasure, or bombs, and all the other sides. The back of the cards are all identical, whereas you'll be constructing ships like so. Setup is fairly simple. Every player would get 6 cards, the deck to the side. The player who does the card dealing and all that stuff is called the leading player, and that player would be the player who previously won a game of Guns or Treasure, or the player's birthday is closest to September 19th, which is also known as International Talk Like a Pirate Day. The more you know. So there are 3 distinct phases in the game. You're going to have the shipbuilding phase, which takes place over 4 rounds. Each round, each player is going to put down 3 cards. You'll get 6, you'll put down 3. And in between rounds, except for the 4th, well, after the 4th, you will draw 3 cards and draw back up to 6. These are the 3 pirates we have here. Forgive me if I'm pronouncing this pirate's name incorrectly. I'm reading this as Kazu. It says once per game, after winning an attack, you may count a gun of 1, 2, or 3 as if it were treasure and place it into your stash. That's pretty cool. Cato Jones, once per game, when you are being attacked by a ship, you may declare
Parlay? That's the one. Parlay.
I don't own the rights to that footage. The owner of the ship must choose to attack a different ship. I like that. And then we have Miranda Valdez, go ship. Once per game, after you win an attack and add the treasure to your stash, keep your ship with only its guns to make an additional attack later. That's pretty cool. So that's it. So, well, I think I only mentioned the first phase. So the shipbuilding phase takes over. Shipbuilding phase really is first, and it takes place over the 4 rounds. After the shipbuilding phase, you go into the marauding phase. And the first person to attack in the marauding phase is the captain who has the most visible treasure in their ships. A ship must consist of at least 2 cards. You can't have a 1-card ship. What would that be? On your first turn in the marauding phase, each captain has to attack. On any subsequent turn during the marauding phase, you have a choice of attacking or retreating. Retreating is basically taking your treasure and going home. And you put that in your stash, and it's yours to try to win the game. If I haven't said this already, whoever's the most treasure wins. Not guns. Guns help. You need guns to secure the treasure, to lock it in. But it's it's the treasure that really matters. And then the third phase is scoring, adding up the treasure you have. Whoever has the most treasure wins the game. Let's take a look at what each of our captains have here. Each of the 4 rounds, you're gonna have 6 cards. You will play 3 of those cards, draw back up to 6 for the next round. And we mentioned, interesting that there's only 4 bomb cards, I believe, in the entire deck of cards. 2 of them are actually out here. Bombs are essentially scorched earth. So you can start off a ship with a bomb if that's what you choose to do. What that means is anyone that attacks that ship, it's a Pyrrhic victory. You're all gonna die. Your ship blows up, their ship blows up. Maybe you have no treasure at all. Maybe you just have guns underneath it, and which probably is overkill, but you know, it's a bluffing game. So each player would play 3 cards. So I'll do that quickly. Everybody gets 3 more cards. You repeat that 3 more times. So after everybody has essentially played 12 cards, meaning they played 4 rounds of shipbuilding, placing down 3 cards in each round. I'm sorry, I didn't realize that this was completely out of frame. You don't have to build 3 ships. You can build as many ships as you want, as long as they have at least 2. You could build 6 2-card ships if you wanted. The choice is yours. So the pirate who has the most visible treasure would be the pirate that would attack first. And this is the Marauding Phase. And the only option you have for your first turn in the Marauding Phase is to attack. So that'll be Kaju here, who has a 2 treasure showing, and they're going to go ahead and choose one of their ships to attack someone else's ship. And their ability is once per game after winning an attack, you may count a gun as 1, 2, or 3. A gun of 1, 2, or 3, excuse me, as if it were treasure, which is pretty cool. You're also allowed to look at your cards. You can peek at your cards as you're playing them, because you might not remember every single. You might know, okay, this one has a lot of treasure and there are a lot of guns. You're going to remember some things, but you are allowed to peek at your cards. You can take a look, but you want to keep it to yourself because this is a bluffing game. So if I attack with the ship with the bomb, obviously, like I said, that's a Pyrrhic victory. We're all going to die. Well, those 2 ships are going to completely perish. No one gets anything. The treasures, it falls to the bottom of the ocean, or whatever body of water happen to be in. Probably an ocean. All right, so I'm going to take this ship and I'm going to attack Cato Jones's ship right here. So you would flip everything over and you'd reveal whoever has the most guns. It doesn't even matter. Cato has a bomb in his ship. It's all gone up in an explosion. So this 3 treasure, it doesn't even matter. It's all gone. This would have been 9. 9 and 9. It would have been tied. So had they been tied up, Kaju would have won because ties go to the attacker. Cato didn't lose anything because Cato didn't have any treasure anyway. So after some back and forth, some retreating, some battling, let's count up the final scores. So that's 7, that's 10, plus 10, that's 20. So Kazu has 20, Cato has 5, 6, 11, 15, and Miranda Valdez has 6, plus 6, 12. So Kazu wins pretty handily with 20. And that is pretty much how Guns or Treachery we played. And you're going to want to get all the cards back together, shuffle them back up, and then play again. Guns or Treasure is a quick, punchy, fun bluffing game that can often end in triumph or with barnacle treasure. The choice is yours, but not really. Well, play better than I do, and the choice might be yours. Anyway, there's a link in the description if you wish to support it. That's going to do it for me. Thank you for watching. Take care, stay safe, and be blessed.